So the last thing that I will be talking about for this podcast episode is Keith Lee. Okay? Now, for those of y'all that don't know, Keith Lee is a famous food reviewer on TikTok with over 20 million followers on TikTok. He was just in Dallas, Texas a couple of days ago. I think he still is in Dallas, Texas still today, reviewing food because he goes on a food tour. He was just in Houston, Texas. He goes to New Orleans, Atlanta. He goes all over the country and tries food and gives it a review. So he goes to Sweetly Seasoned Food Truck in Dallas, Texas, and he reviews the food, and he ends up liking the food, and Keith Lee decides to be generous, and he gives a tip. He gives a $4,000 tip, and it was 3 people there at the time. So Keith Lee tells the owner that this is $4,000 in tips. You take $2,000, you give the sister $1,000, well, the other employees $1,000, and you give the brother of the other worker $1,000. So it's $2,000 for the owner, $1,000 for the coworker, and $1,000 for the coworker's brother. She decides to keep all of the money. What Keith Lee also did was give an extra like $800, so that way any other customer that does go to that food truck, they get their food for free. He paid for everybody behind him that does eat at that food truck. And at first, she obeyed it. She made these people pay nothing for the food. But once Keith Lee ended up leaving, she started charging everybody for their food. So now that food truck is now facing backlash, and the person that was on that food truck that was supposed to get the money ended up coming out on TikTok and basically told the whole story. And here we go. Let's talk about it.
Check this out. Keith Lee is not the person to blame for this. When this man walked up to that window and we greeted him, and he said he was going to give my brother $1,000, give me $1,000, and tip the owner $2,000 on top of him paying tax, which has nothing to do with what's going on, and then left another $886 on top of that. He was not the person to say, oh, I'm just going to give it all to the food truck. I was the one who said, I'm going to just charge you right here because I thought that this lady would have the decency, the humanity, the morality to say, okay, I'm going to just give y'all the money that this man said that y'all were allotted. Granted, we weren't even 45 minutes into whatever mini rush was going on after Keith Lee left, and she looked me in my face and said, you know, it's going to take about a day or two for that money to clear. I was like, yes, ma'am. I know how Square works. My brother was gone, y'all. Y'all heard me tell Keith Lee my brother went to go pick up my baby brother from school because I was dedicating my time. I neglected my responsibilities to go and help my friend's mom. So, if anything, it was my fault for believing and trusting that this lady was going to do right by what Keith Lee said. He did what he was supposed to do. He did what he came to do. We asked him to come out. He came out. He said the food was good. But this is not Keith Lee's fault. And I'm not going to sit here and keep reading comments about y'all saying he should have did this, he should have did that. If anything, with everything that's going on, I wish the man would have stayed away. I wish I would have stayed at home in my bed. I wish I would have declined the offer to come out and help. Let's be honest. I wish I would have said, bump that. Let me take my brother to go and meet Jonathan so that he could potentially get a spot in the shop to further his career in haircutting. That's crazy. What I wish I should have done. But no, you can't do, black people just can't do right. You get what I'm saying? I gave my friend ample time to make this right. I told him ample times, your mama got to 5 o'clock to do right by my brother. I don't care if that means she calls and say, hey, I'm going to give you your money, I just can't give it today. Or, hey, I'm going to give you $500. I'm going to give you $100. Anything. You had the opportunity to make this right because out of your words, Trey, you said, my mama don't even understand. Your platform is bigger than mine. Just because the numbers don't look like it right now, baby, I got the weight of the world behind me. You know what I'm saying? So this does not fall on Keith Lee. This does not fall on what he did and him as a human being, him as a soul person who came to use his talent, his gift, his presence, all of that to help somebody that's full of greed. You get what I'm saying? No. And it won't stop. Dookie Dick, up until you make this shit right, I'm on y'all head.
So that's exactly what she said. And Keith Lee, this isn't the only place that if he likes the food, he will help and, tip these restaurants, food trucks. He does it everywhere. This isn't just the only place. But like she said in the video, greed is real. Money can cause a whole lot of greed. And you got to watch the people that you work with. The people that you do try and work with at the beginning, they may all think that it's all cool, that y'all really are friends, but in the back of their minds, they really only there for the money. And you got to sense that. You got to sense that some people, yes, they just there just for the money. They're not there to really just do good and really just there for the whole journey. They're just thinking what that end result can be, that money. When people want to work for themselves, have a business, what they think about that money. Instead of working, thinking about the time and the effort, the late nights that you have to put in for it. They just think about that end result. Oh, I'm going to be on a beach. I'm going to have all of this money in the world. I'm going to just go straight for the money. You can't go straight for the money. If you truly love these people, if you truly loved what you were doing, you got to help these people. You got to just go in and just not do things for the money. Split the pay. Keith Lee gave everybody bread. Gave $4,000. You take $2,000, everybody else takes a band. But you decide to keep all of the money. That's very greed. Very greed. Very much greed. And the Keith Lee effect is something serious. Does she not know that? Everybody hearing about this will not be coming to your food truck because they're going to think that is very greedy. Especially the people that said they were supposed to get their things for free. Especially Keith Lee said that, hey, this money is for the people behind me. Everybody behind me, they get their food for free for the day. They weren't supposed to pay for their food, and they had to pay for their food because someone wanted to be greedy and get some extra money. It's a crazy world we live in. People are full of greed. You got to watch out for those people, especially when you start a business. If you sense that someone is only just there for the money, they're not there for the results, the effort, the late nights, the hard work. They're just there because that end result, that money look good. They see what someone is doing in regards to on social media, and they're doing the same thing that you're trying to do. If they made clothes and they're a millionaire and you're starting to make clothes, and all they see is just the lifestyle, people get too caught up in that lifestyle. They don't want to do the hard work. They're just thinking of that money. So when that money does come, they're going to be very grateful. You got to watch out for those people and don't surround yourself with those people. If that comes with you not working with anybody, then don't work with anybody. Don't have no partners, because it's hard for people to just have real partners with them. It's hard for people to have real co-workers behind them that just truly believe and truly want to hustle without just thinking about the money, without being greedful for real. Because of the simple fact, once you do get big, they just going to be thinking, man, we just got the money. They're not even going to think of, man, what can we do better for this business? What can we do to make this business get to the next step? They're just going to be thinking, we making thousands of dollars every single day. That's all I care about. But the fact that she took all the money, all the 4 bands, and still haven't gave these co-workers anything, this is really sad. Keith Lee, you did your job. Keith Lee, keep on doing the things that you're doing. Keep on reviewing food. Keep on doing what you love doing. Keep on blessing these people with money, because most of these people have never even seen $4,000 just straight in their hands, cash, in their lives. So keep on doing what you're doing. But the people that are starting businesses, watch the co-workers that you do have. Watch the owners that you do have for that food truck or any business, because people are full of greed and people just do things because of the money. It's all about them at the end of the day. What makes you real, you break bread. Break bread with the people. Break bread. Do things that you shouldn't do. That's what makes you memorable. That's what makes you real. Do things that ain't your job, but you still decide to do it anyways. You do it out the kindness of your heart instead of just for the money and all of that. Like, no, like, do things out of the kindness of your heart. Don't ever just do things because of the money. If you truly want to do something in life, don't ever do it because of the money. Do what you want to do because you love it, you're passionate, and you'll help somebody out. Your coworkers. Because you truly love what you do. Greed is real. Watch those people when you are starting a business, for real. I feel bad for both of them. This girl right here and the brother. Just because someone wants to be full of greed. That is so messed up. Watch the people that you go to work with, that you make business with, that you're business partners with. They can be your best friend from years back, but when that money comes, so many people change because of that money. No matter how long y'all been friends, y'all could be friends since y'all were in Pampers, but when that money come, when them bands is coming in, when y'all business is successful, watch how quick it is for someone to turn because of that money. So if you got to do something by yourself, start your business by yourself, fine, do it. Nothing wrong with that. Because most people anyways, no matter how long you've known them, they'll be full of greed and they'll do some shady shit behind your back, all because of that money is coming. Keep that in mind.